You know, these people, they even go to seek medical attention when even they have these small diseases like gonorrhea. Imagine taking gonorrhea to Germany just to, flying to Germany to treat gonorrhea and syphilis. Huh? Then what about me with such kind of medical condition? So for them, when you are opposition and you are a pariah. So I cannot beg. So the only message I have for the magistrate, he should put my passport in the dock and try it. Me, I'm not going back to his stupid court.
I'm gonna take you back. That's like, I know the story is flowing very well, but before they arrested you, you had made a tweet attacking the president and his son, calling him a base, and
Attacking, please, you need to revise your language. I didn't attack anyone. I didn't abuse anyone. I told you that I use literature to describe people, who they are. Yes, and I have no apologies. So if I use my literature to describe your character or who you are, it is very wrong to say that I have attacked you. No, I'm telling you the truth. If you have a big stomach and I tell you that, yeah, you have a big stomach, why should you complain? Or if I call you inebriated, can Muhoozi go to court and prove that he doesn't drink alcohol, he was not drunk? Or can he go to court and prove that he's not a curmudgeon?
You have no proof to that he was drunk and he was drunk tweeting.
But he's an alcohol person, not so?
I'm not sure. I don't know him very well. So anyway,
so if I call him a short-tempered person, and he indeed is a very short-tempered person. So I was describing his character and how he is generally. So I did not abuse anyone. If I decide to abuse, the internet will run crazy.
Is he just short-tempered or intolerant? There is a difference there. But anyway,
I don't even think there is a word to describe his character. He's a barbaric person. His kind of barbarism was got from the breast, or it was inherited from his father. He inherited the barbarism from his father.
So did he?
So you can see where he's going. His father is chief of barbarism. Now he has infected the son. The son is even going overloaf before becoming the president. Now, such kind of person does not even have the capacity to lead a Marwa group, but he's just there yapping Muhoozi project 2026. Who is going to vote for such a fool? Huh? He does not have the intellectual acuity. He's not a diplomat. He's not, he needs to go and read books and prepare his mind so that he can become a human being and come back to contest for the presidency. He should learn from people like Barack Obama. Intellectualism. You cannot just be a gunman in love with violence and what? With guns. You are Ferrandala, you are what, and you say you want to become a president. Which kind of president will he be? For him, he's in love with me. I will support anyone who exudes intellectualism. Now, such a kind of person who understands only violence, guns, revenge, such a person can never become a president. And you think that the country will be at peace? No.
Like you say, just a critique. Muhoozi has diehards who see potential in him.
They are not diehards. Those are bankrolled chamuchas, bamrikas. He gives them money. Any NSN person can never support Muhoozi. Those bankrolled chamuchas you see on Twitter, on Facebook, he gives them money. He gives them money to defend him. So if you see a lot of rampers and brouhaha on Facebook and Twitter, don't think that it is a genuine support. It is not. Those people they meet at there's a place at Lumumba Avenue. That is where they meet and they give them money and they start going to buzz the internet with the nonsense to show support. They open fake accounts and they start confusing people that he has support. Which kind of support does he have? The hired support is not support.
Kakwenza, did Muhoozi personally torture you, or you didn't see him either?
I didn't see him torture me, but he was there himself. If he was not there himself, why did I meet him 3 times? So that means he was there and he participated in my beating. That man, I don't have any kind of word for him. I think I've exhausted all the words.
I've called him all sorts of things, I know. Okay.
No, I have not. I'm trying to be a good person on this show.
Describe, right? Okay, let's go now. You were telling me the story of how you were taken to Italia prison. So while there, did they treat you? Did they take care of you? Did you heal from the prison cells?
Yes, I did heal from the prison cells.
You haven't healed. You still need help.
Okay, I haven't healed, but I mean the scars. The scars, because by the time I was taken to prison, I think when my lawyer came to see me, he described the condition I was in. But honestly speaking, I'm not fine, yes. The way I went to that prison is not the way I came out. I cannot start saying that in Chitaria they treated me bad. They treated me very well. Very, very well, with dignity. Yeah. By the time I came out of prison, at least I could walk on my own. The scars had dried and they had the things had peeled off. Though I was still limping, but I was a little bit fine.
This is really a heavy, traumatic story. And I appreciate you for sharing it with me. As is, I know many other stories that have been aired on TV have been censored, but this is a raw story, and keep sharing, guys, until.
So the only thing we can get ourselves out of this this mess we are encapsulated in is to cooperate, and we send the dictator packing. It is very bad that there are some people who think that we can do something to mitigate this. We have laws against torture. You know that. We have Anti-Torture Act. It is very clear. We have Human Rights Act. We have the Constitution. It is very clear against mistreatment of people, dehumanization of people. But these people are lawless. They do not follow the law. And for me, I have a decent respect for the rule of law. So the only thing that we can do right now is to send the dictator and his stupid son away, so that we can build good, strong and independent institutions. As you are aware that democracy depends on strong and independent institutions. So with Museveni, with his drunk son, I don't think that Uganda will ever have such institutions that respect rule of law. As I've told you before, that these guys, they come, arrest you, then they start investigations. In a normal country, I've been in first world countries, they first investigate. When they are really aware that you did something, they come and arrest you when they have evidence. And they take you to court in a reasonable time or as pursuant to the Constitution. But these fools, they come and arrest you, they torture you, then that is when they start to investigate. That is why I spent 2 weeks in illegal detention, 2 weeks in illegal detention. They were investigating. Even when I was taken to court, they said they are still investigating. It is just recently, a few days ago, when they said that investigations are complete. But when you see the rubbish they submitted to court as evidence, it is absolutely, I don't have any word to describe it. They don't have any case against me. They brought up this case just to make it formal. But this is just political persecution.
How has it affected you mentally, emotionally, your family, Obagwe? Only how do they call it? Mutima gwakaluba.
Me, I'm a very strong person. That is why you see I am still walking around, I'm still talking about it. But definitely, I am not all that well, but I am a very strong person. They phoned me when I had my PTSD for the other previous torture, and I'm still battling with it. Then they added on another one. So psychologically, I still have that post-traumatic stress disorder. I still suffer with it. So whenever I see a drone, a military vehicle, an army person, I want to run away. And sometimes, I do not sleep. I sleep for only 2 hours or 1 hour. Those are the problems that I have. I be sleeping and I dream about these guys whipping my buttocks, putting my scrotum, so I feel bad sometimes. At night, I only read books, and if I manage to sleep, I can sleep for 1 hour or 2 hours.
I'm so sorry.
So it is very bad. That is why now you hear some fools blaming me for running out of the country. Of course, I was running. I have not run out of Uganda. I have run away from my tormentors for a while so that I can heal. But definitely, I will come back when I'm okay.
What about your family? Aren't you worried for them?
My family, they are also traumatized, but not as like me. But they will be fine. My children are at school. They demanded to be taken to school because they could not manage to stay in the same place. They saw their father coming, limping, and dripping blood. Yeah, so they are well at school.
It's really sad, but thank you for Kakwenza. That's thing you've done, and I really applaud you for your boldness. What message both to your tormentors, to the judge, to the government?
I pity Museveni and his son, by the way. As I have said before, there is no leader in history who has ever won a war against a pen. You know, I know you understand history very well. You know what happened to King Leopold of the Belgium. You know how he, at a young age, at about 70 something, he got depressed and suddenly died in 1908, 1909 because of writers. Writers gave him headache, and suddenly he lost the Congo. You know, he had taken Congo as his private property, killed 10 million people. So writers exposed him, and you know, he tried to bribe them. They refused, and he ended up dying after losing the Congo because of people exposing his criminality, because of writers exposing his criminality. So I really pity Museveni. I really pity Museveni and his son. He can never win a war against a pen. He can never.
So you said that you really like caught my attention was looking, at least for you, you had people like advocating for you, speaking for you. I'm now thinking about the 7 other people who you saw in this detention torture facility.
They are not. They cannot be 7 alone. There are very many. I actually feel bad that me, I am out, and for them, they are still there. And some of them, they have spent there even years. They don't even know. They don't even know which year it is. They don't know the month. They don't know the date. You know. So I really feel bad. And some of them, they are noob. Some of them were arrested during the campaigns. They are still there. For them, they are used to dancing. They can dance the whole night.
You know, so I think it's good that you told the world that they are there, they are being held.
They are there. There are many.
I think now the people responsible who are watching, those who have decency for humanity, can honestly like push for their release. Thank you for sharing that. I mean, it's really traumatizing because when I saw your pictures myself, I was in shock and I'm like, what is going on in my country? It's really unfortunate that it's happening and that needs to be stopped.
But such has happened ever since we got our independence. You know, we've never had a legitimate president, an elected government. I mean, president. You see how Museveni lost election, got only 2 votes, and decided to go to the bush and hoodwink people just because he wanted to become president. He wanted power. When he became president, he started organizing sham elections. He has never won any election. He's a computer-generated president. He came with a gun, now he started becoming a computer-generated president. So you have seen the barbarism in the elections since 1996. There was too much barbarism in 2001. You saw what happened. Me, I voted in 2001. What happened was very terrible. A lot of violence. 2006, 2011, 2016, 2021. You saw what happened. So I think they have mastered violence, and they have a lot of it in their toolbox. So every election year they pick what to use. They pick what to use.
Kakwenza, you have so many fans of mine, and I'm going to respond to a few questions from them because we are limiting this to only 1 hour. So, so if you can choose a question from there, then you can respond to it, and then we'll call it a day.
I've not seen any question. I've seen someone saying that you are not asking me questions.
Because that's why in my post I said Kakwenza will narrate his traumatic ordeal, and this is what I want.
Okay. So, okay, can you call questions?
Yeah, so we'll take questions. They're just Moses Walgembe wants to know what can be done to save those other 7 people who are still in detention and people don't even know about them.
First of all, I do not know their names. I do not know their names. What I know is that
who should we go for? Who should the country go for?
of course they are inside the SFC. Then even when I went to CMI the first and second time, I saw hundreds of people in the dungeon. Hundreds of people. Some of them they did not know they were there since 2011. Can you imagine detaining someone since 2011?
These are BSJ supporters or probably?
Some of them are BSJ supporters, some of them are Bobby Wine supporters, like the ones in the SFC. At least I was the seventh, but I know that there are 6 people there. They were arrested during the campaigns in November and immediately after the elections, and they are kept there. So you saw the Human Rights Commission cannot access safe houses, cannot access Mbuya, cannot access SFC. Even when Parliament decided to go and access such detention centers, they were chased away. So what else should we do? Museveni must go. We need to chase our Museveni so that the whole system comes back to normal. These are political prisoners. Of course, when you chase away the president or the one who is masquerading to be a president, we shall get peace. These ones will be released. I feel so bad that I'm out and they are still there. The only way to get them out is to remove Museveni from power, because there is nothing else you can do. You don't know their names, but they are there.
The human rights defenders, of course, have listened to that. They're on this line, on the call. The U.S. State Department, the United Nations, all these are bodies that are interested with protecting the rights of human beings. So I'm pretty sure they have taken note, and hopefully they will force the government to release these people, or at least try them, because detaining people without trial is so inhumane. So I think this is it for the day. Thank you so much. I want Kakwenza to be heard. I know, because imagine going through all this and then the judge tells you do not speak about it, because so many people heal from trauma by speaking through things. And thank you so much for sharing this. Hope you feel better, and wherever you are, be safe, get treatment. Do you have like plans of like have you set up like medical appointments or?
Yes, I have my doctor in Germany on standby. He's actually waiting for me. It is me delaying him. So anytime I get my travel document, which is actually I might get it today, I'll just fly to Germany directly. Yeah, I have a doctor on standby.
That's good.
Not one, but okay, a team of doctors. They could be around 12.
Oh, there would be some people love to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So be safe journeys to Germany.
So how I got out of the country, it will be another story for another day. So I don't want to talk about it.
Right.
I don't want to create tensions between Uganda and Rwanda.
But
actually, the reason why I decided to escape via Rwanda, I wanted to give a middle finger to Muhoozi, because he went and he masqueraded as if he was opening the border, but I didn't actually use the border. I used the panyas, the Polaris points. So I wanted to give him a middle finger that I can even go and I can escape through your enemy country. Yes.
Yeah. So it's just so funny, like you can get out of the country with all these officers that are being funded every day to protect the borders. So that doesn't even, I mean, we cannot guarantee our security, because if someone can sneak out with a passport without checked, because they were sleeping, as you said, then we're not a safe country that has security in. Dr. Kizza Besigye did it the other time when he came back to Uganda without a passport. Was he going out or coming back? And then you've done it. So imagine how many people, if someone had bad intention for the country, that would be easy access. So that says a lot about our security. We need to beef it up. not for people, for the
Yeah.
Kakwenzas, but for.
But you know, unfortunately, you know, UPDF officers are supposed to be protecting Uganda, the Ugandan borders, but they are doing a police job of arresting people, harassing people. You know, they are instead of doing what they are supposed to do, they are doing another institution's work. Look at them in Congo. You think they are there to fight the ADF?
So you mean?
You just wait and you will see the repercussions of that invasion.
So they are not.
They are being used foolishly by Museveni to root Congo. Which kind of soldier you want to fight ADF, but you want first construct roads to access the ADF? Which fool of any ADF will wait for you that you construct a road and you reach them? They are constructing roads so that they can get a clear way to transport the loot, the timber, the minerals to Uganda. As you saw, gold is one of the largest export of Uganda. But do we have the gold mines? We do not have. All the gold comes from Congo. So you can understand the intention.
It's just a story. I'm really like listening you speak about all of this has somehow like, let me just reserve that. But I'm going to end this. Thank you so much for showing up, for speaking about your story. Last word for the viewers.
Thank you so much for hosting me.
You have a dog. It's so cute.
Yes.
That dog.
My bodyguard.
Be a random dog. Rant is. Must be like.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for hosting me, Remmy. Speak to you later.
Yeah. All right. Talk to you then. Be safe again. Bye.
Yes.
That dog.
My bodyguard.
Be a random dog. Rant is. Must be like.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for hosting me, Remmy. Speak to you later.
Yeah. All right. Talk to you then. Be safe again. Bye. Thank you, guys.
Let me enjoy my Malawi.
Enjoy Malawi, Kigali, New York, Germany. And
Okay.
just a disclaimer, because I've hosted Kakwenza. I don't expect anyone to come to me to ask me where he is, because I honestly don't know either.